Hello, my name is Rob Holmes and I write children's books and I teach mindfulness. Today I'm going to tell you all about a very wise owl called Master Owl, and here he is. Master Owl knows all about something called mindfulness, and we're going to find out today what mindfulness is and how it can help you. Now, Master Owl looks like he's fast asleep, doesn't he? Up there in his favourite tree, but he isn't. He's actually enjoying what he calls a magical, mindful moment, and we're going to find out exactly what that is today. So I'm going to read to you now from my first picture book, which is this one here, called Master Owl Meets Miss Bunny, and it's a rhyming story. So as I read the story to you, listen out for the sounds of the rhyming words. Here we go, let's begin. In the woods lives a wise old bird. He's sometimes seen, but rarely heard. And while other birds may shriek and howl, he sits in peace. He's Master Owl. There are some who say he glows at night, and others say he's full of light. But they all know he's very kind. They ask for help. He doesn't mind. Our tale begins one sunny day when Master Owl heard from far away the sad sound of someone crying, so opened his wings and started flying. With a few flaps of gentle flight, a little house came into sight. The noise was coming from inside. The owl looked in to see who cried. "Hello, Miss Bunny," the wise owl said. "Why are you crying there in your bed?" "Ah, because I'm feeling sad," she moans. "So sorry you had to hear my groans." The owl stared with his big kind eyes and thought about Miss Bunny's cries. He said, "Come outside, sit next to me. We're going to take this mindfully." "Mindfully?" she said. "What's that?" The owl replied as Bunny sat. "It means to notice how we feel, and it can really help us heal. So, Miss Bunny, close your eyes, a deep breath in, let out your sighs." She took some slow breaths in and out. There was no need to move about. She felt the earth beneath her feet. She heard a distant birdie tweet. She smelled the forest all around and felt herself just settle down. "Oh, thank you, Master Owl," she said. "I've less thoughts spinning in my head." "Well, that's great," the wise old owl replied. "Now open your eyes nice and wide." Miss Bunny smiled and felt so glad. She didn't feel the least bit sad. And Master Owl breathed nice and slow and asked her why she'd felt so low. "I know what's made me sad," she said, "and why I could not leave my bed. I was feeling lost and small among these trees so big and tall." He said, "Well, that all makes perfect sense. No wonder you've been feeling tense. So now I know what you should do. Miss Bunny, I have a job for you. Go into the woods and under a tree, dig little holes and see what you see. I will come back to hear what you found. Then off he flew. Bunny stared at the ground. Scratching her head and holding her spade, "I hope this works out," she silently prayed. So Miss Bunny went digging for days at a time, great mountains of soil for insects to climb. So 1 week later, our hero returned, and Bunny was keen to share what she'd learned. In fact, she was dancing and doing a twirl. He smiled as he saw a much happier girl. "Dear Master, it's been an incredible week. I was so confused by the words from your beak. I mean, what can I learn from digging these holes? I'm the best digger, better than badgers or moles." So what did I do? Well, I started to dig. A small hole at first, and then it got big. And the first thing I hit was the root of a tree. So I followed this root, thinking, how long can it be? I could not believe it. It went on forever. And I found out that these roots are so clever. They all suck up water, like really big straws, eating their food like I do with my paws. Some trees look sad all alone in the wood, but from under the ground I can see it's all good. Trees are best friends and connected together, supporting each other whatever the weather. "Wow," said the owl. "Was there more to the trees?" "Yes," said Miss Bunny. "I met all these bees. I met squirrels who were having such fun, and a family of deer hiding out from the sun." "Well, that's great to find out," said the wise Master Owl. "What else did you find out on your forest floor prowl?" Well, by then I was hungry, so I nibbled a flower. And that's when it hit me. This flower had power. But how did it know how to grow on its own? And what magic caused all its seeds to be sown? What guides all these flowers to follow the sun and return in the spring when the winter is done? Well, the closer I looked, the more I could see that without all the soil and the rain and the bee and the sun and the wind and the worms in the ground, without all these things, no flowers would be found. So, dear Master Owl, I feel so happy now. It's a magical moment when you know how. The animals and trees are all part of me, and it's like I've found a whole new family. Master Owl smiled and flew back to his tree, where he sat and he breathed, just happy to be. It's good to take time just to stop and relax and mindfully breathe as we lie on our backs. Okay, so that's the story of how Miss Bunny met Master Owl. And you can see that Miss Bunny felt so much happier once she took a magical moment to notice that everything in the wood was connected together. All the plants, all the trees, all the animals, everything was there, and she was part of that. And once she realized that, she felt so much happier. That's the power of taking a moment to notice. That's the power of mindfulness. So if you would like to have your very own Master Owl book, whether that's the picture book or the chapter book, please just follow the instructions on screen to go to my website, where your parents can order one of my books and I can post it out to you. And what I'll do is I'll write your name in the book and I'll sign it for you and then just pop it out in an envelope to your house. If you would like to follow a guided meditation from me on how to have a magical mindful moment, then just click on the link up here at the top of the screen or follow the description and the links below. I have taught mindfulness so far to over 16,000 children in schools in southwest England. And so I've provided this resource free of charge for all schools in the world so that they can also learn the wonders and benefits of mindfulness. Thank you so much for listening today. It's time for me to say goodbye. But hang on, Master Al wants to say goodbye too. Here he is. Right, Master Al, wave goodbye. There we go. We've all said goodbye now. Bye, thank you so much. I hope to see you again soon.